Hello and welcome to MotherCare. It's always a pleasure and privilege bringing the show to you every single week. I enjoy myself on the show. I get so much information and education. In fact, I feel smarter at the end of the day. I do hope I'm not the only one, that you also get education and information on the show. Today's show is kind of different. It's going to be something that we are aware of, but we don't always talk about. That's the focus today, so just stay with us. We'll start with a feature documentary. We'll introduce you into the topic, and then the whole issue will be explored in full. It's MotherCare. Stay with us.
Single motherhood involves a mother being the primary caregiver who has a dependent child or children and is widowed, divorced, or unmarried. The presence of a single mother may arise from a variety of reasons. Typically, single mothers assume sole responsibility of their child following an adoption, a divorce, artificial insemination, surrogate motherhood, or the result of an unseen occurrence such as child abuse, child neglect, abandonment, or the death of the biological father. Depending on the circumstance, a single mother is awarded sole custody of the child. The occurrence of moderate to severe mental disability is more pronounced among single mothers compared to partnered mothers. There is the notion that children who grow up with only one of their biological parents, nearly almost the mother, are disadvantaged. The dynamics of this assumption has heightened single mothers' efforts in providing the needed support for their children to discredit the notion, which is often due to mental health issues, financial hardship, living in low-income areas, and low level of social support received. As a result of this placement, the single mother has the right to receive welfare through government subsidies or child support payments from the biological father, as the case may be.
All right, welcome back. So now you understand what the topic's all about, single parenthood. How easy is it to be a single parent? I got 2 kids and I have a partner, and trust me, sometimes my hair stands on end. Sometimes I want to run away. So I can't imagine if I had the responsibility all to myself. How did our parents do it? They had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11 kids, and they were sane. I have no idea. Went to the street to find out from real moms about the issue of being a single parent.
I think basically a single mom is an individual, a female taking care of her child by herself without the presence of a man or the husband to assist her in the care of the children.
So single mother, they didn't like to stay like a single mother, but depend the way they home, whether the husband problem can cause it to become a single mother.
It has to do with motherhood now, from the aspect of the woman, and she's the only one taking care of the responsibility of maybe taking care of the kids and all the responsibilities surrounding raising the children. That's my understanding of single motherhood.
What I understand of single mother is you people new trend are calling baby mama, papa mama, I don't know. That's what I understand about it. But when we talk about a single mother being a widow, we can't call that one a single mother. She has been married, she lost her husband. That one is different.
Welcome back. It's still MotherCare. Thank you for still being with us. Okay, so today our focus is on being a single parent. How do you do it? What are the tricks? What are the tips that we can learn on the show today? Because having a partner with kids is still a lot of work. So being a single parent, how do you cope? How can you cope? I've got a very interesting guest in the house, and our guest will be giving us tips on this topic. I've got with me Janet Omokeji Ojo. It's great to have you on the show.
Thank you, ma.
Well, you know what? First of all, I have to dock my heart to you because I got only 2 kids. Some days I am so happy, especially when they win prizes in school. And then some days I just want to run away in the middle of the night and not come back in the morning. But you were doing it and you look amazingly rested. And you've got a son and a daughter. So first of all, if I were a single parent out there, you know, and I've got maybe 1, 2, or 3 kids, what is the first advice off the top of your head you would give me?
Thank you, ma. The first advice I would give as a single mother is don't live a fake life. Realize who really you are.
Okay.
The moment you teach your kids for them to know who really they are, they will live a life of boldness and be confident in themselves.
Okay, now that's really important. I think I agree with that, because a lot of parents also, in trying to make things easier for our kids, we kind of lie, and then they take things for granted and don't realize the situation they're in. And so it's always very important to be as honest as possible. Now you have a son and a daughter. Okay, so how do you balance it? You know, because usually when there are issues, you're thinking, go meet your dad and explain to a boy, to a father, a girl, but how do you balance being a mom, a parent to both a daughter and a son?
Thank you, ma. My daughter was 3 when the dad left. My son was 1. But one thing I realized, they have 2 different characters. My daughter is more matured, naturally on her own. My son is stubborn, naturally on his own. So what I try to do, I have different strategy handling the 2.
Okay.
Number 1, I try to make my daughter to realize that she is a girl and needs not to be dependent on anybody. My son, I try to teach him, be stubborn. I know it's only fathers that can really handle a son. When you have a stubborn son, try to make him a friend. Get closer to him. Teach him in love. He will come down to your level.
Really?
But don't handle him in such a way that he will feel you are too strict, you are a disciplinarian. When you are doing these things, inculcate a kind of style of love, so that he will calm down to listen to you. Because when you are too rigid, he will become tougher for you to handle as a woman. So that's how I tried to nurture them from that tender age, so that they will grow up, so that at least when it gets to a certain age, I will have peace of mind. I will have peace of mind. So I will know how to start, you know, when a mother trains up a child to a certain level, it is that foundation, that background that they will live on, and that can give eternal peace to that woman at certain age.
Okay, so that is very true. I do agree with that. How now you have the I know a lot of mothers, one of the things that is a big issue is like you feel like you're pulled on every side, and once you're a mom, you're almost not you. It's like me, what about me? How do you take care of me? You know, how?
Thank you, man. The issue is, it's normal psychologically you have the effect. But I tried most times to occupy myself. Like I was a salary earner before, but when my late husband left, I had to look for other means. Number 1, you know, as a salary earner, you have a kind of stipend your husband will give you. So such is no longer there. So how do you now meet up? How do you cope? Like, it's not so easy, but I started from the scratch. Like, I was into a kind of security job in USC Foods. I started from there, you know, being exposed, realizing who I am, what is really happening to me, face the reality of life, and pick it from where it stopped. Then you must be ready to learn. Don't think, forget about the past. I was once like this. It's gone.
It's gone.
Be ready for the future. So pick it up with humility. When you pick it up with humility, it will be easier for you to blend into the society again and start from where it stopped initially. So, like, I picked it up from being a security officer in USC Foods, and I knew the salary was not what I was even earning while my husband was alive. But you know, going through 1 year widowhood, psychologically you might have been affected. But when the widowhood year was over, I picked it up at USC Food Security Officers. I was known. Then from there, I met a friend that we went to boarding house together too. He's an architect, a builder. He introduced me into construction. You know, supplying materials to sites. I never say I've not done it before. It's not even my field. But I was ready to learn as long as life goes on. So from there he taught me how to get it, how to pay, how to, you know, save money towards buying it on your own. And I started from there. So I was able to, you know, knowing fully well construction, you make your supplies, they pay you immediately. So you don't need to start thinking of how do I get money. So you already have your target, you know how much you're going to make, and you know how you're going to spend it. Then you can save towards one thing or the other. So that is how I've been able to meet my personal needs. But I don't go beyond my earning.
Yes,
that is important.
That's important.
So don't feel you're using a cream of 5,000 before, your source of income is not up to that again. And you still want to continue with that level? No. Be yourself. Don't deceive yourself. So gradually you can still go back, but it's a gradual process.
It's a gradual process. Oh, that's so amazing. And for me, this what you've just said today, all the points and tips you've given, for me, it's not just for single parents, it's for every mom out there. Because sitting next to you, I have just learned a couple of things. Honesty, you know, being real to your situation, being honest to your kids of what you have and what you can do. Thank you so much. You know, I have a son and a daughter. What you said about the boy now, I have to learn that part. Discipline in love. I realize a boy and a girl are very different. Very, very different.
To train up.
Thank you so much, Janet. It was a pleasure talking with you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I told you we learn something new every day. Okay, we'll take a short break, and when we come back, it's our moment with the doctor. Stay with us on MotherCare. Welcome back. It's still MotherCare, and it is our moment with the doctor now, and we've got Dr. Clement in the house. It's always good to have you on the show.
My pleasure to be here.
Okay, so Doc, we're going to go straight into the questions, so we'll take as much as we can today. Our first one says that she put to birth last month and had tears, and she was given some pain reliever and was told to use hot water and salt, but she has not yet healed. And she puts the water and salt inside a potty and sits on it, but yet it aches her. What else can she do? First of all, hot water and salt, is that like a remedy?
I don't know when you say hot.
Yeah, I always wonder this hot thing.
How comfortable is it for an individual to sit on hot water? So usually I think the instruction should be, or should have been, warm. Or tepid, just a little bit warm, that is comfortable for you to sit on. And they call it, medically they call it seat bath. Seats, not the kind of seat, but you know, the doctor who felt that could be useful. The name is SITZ, so seat bath. So that was the method. So a little water and little salt, you sit on it. Will be okay. Not hot water. Not hot water. And of course, it will take some time for it to heal. We do not know the extent of the injury, of the tear she had. We don't know if it was created artificially, like giving a cut so that the baby can come out. We don't know. But however, it will take time, at least 6 weeks and above.
And so far it's been about 4 weeks, because it's a month.
Yeah. So you just have to bear the pains, and you feel better with time.
Okay, this one says, I've been watching your program on NTA Jalingo for the past 1 month, and he has a few questions to ask. 1, 2 to 1 week to my monthly flow, it's usually terrible. She's got stomach pains, body pains, lack of appetite, etc. What should she do about this? Is it normal? Is it
2 weeks to the time? It's quite a long time before the period.
Yeah.
So I want to believe that it's not just about her period. There are other things that she needs to find out. You know, could just be ill. She said she doesn't feel like eating here. She has stomach pain, body pains. These things are not synonymous to menses coming. So I think she should do medical checkup, and then they'll be able to find more causes of all these things she has mentioned here. You shouldn't just think it's because my period is coming in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks is quite a long
Otherwise, women will not go to work.
I'm telling you that every month? Oh my goodness.
So there's more to this.
Okay. All right, Abiola from Ibadan says, please sir, I have not been pregnant. I'm not happy about it. I got your number from the MotherCare show. Please, what should I use?
Good. We do not prescribe medication on this program. Okay. We do not even advertise any hospital. Okay. But go to the hospital, go and see a doctor. There are a lot of investigations you need to do to know the cause of your inability to get pregnant. It's usually a team work. You and your husband need to see a doctor where they will recommend some investigations or tests, your blood, your urine, just anything they want to use, and then they'll be able to advise you on the treatment or the treatment modality that will suit you and your husband.
Okay, I can only take one more.
This one says,
go ahead. What will happen? What will be the outcome if a woman has sex while she's on her period?
Again.
Yeah, okay. So let's also forget the pregnancy issue, whether you can get pregnant, because doctors said it over and over again.
Yes.
You can get pregnant.
Yes.
But is there any? Because people have, I know people have some idea or myths or things about having sex while on your period. Is there an issue? Aside from if you're not getting pregnant, is there anything to it? Is it people just say, oh, it's a dirty feeling? Is it this? Is there something unnatural about it?
Yeah, hygiene. You know, just look at it. How does it look? You know, doing that, and what enjoyment you actually derive in that? How comfortable is it?
Can you be
for the woman and for the man? It's you know, I don't think it's hygienic enough for the man, particularly for the man. Well, the woman's supposed to be at the receiving end, but this time you're also receiving something which will not be very healthy. Okay. So it's better to wait. Just 4 days will not take you out. Okay. But we have answered again and again that you can get pregnant.
You can get pregnant. You can get pregnant. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Clement. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, we'll take a short break. When we come back, it'll be time to wrap up the show. Stay with us. And that's been our offering today on MotherCare. We do hope you got a lot of information and encouragement, especially for single parents out there. Yes, single moms. But today I also wanted to focus also that single fathers, because we have fathers in that situation. I met a couple of single dads who've lost their wives and their partners, and they've gone on this road alone. Our hearts are off to you guys, single moms, single dads. It's an amazing responsibility, but I do know that at the end of the journey, the reward is very worth it. For all the other moms out there and parents out there, our guest gave us tips on how to take care of your daughters and sons. Very different individuals, very different outlook to life, but she's giving us tips and tricks on how to handle issues that come up. But I always say there are no two kids or no two situations that are the same. So for your own peace of mind, take one day at a time and believe that you're doing the very best for your kids. My name is Marianne. Thank you so much for being part of the show. I will be back on the same station next week. Until then, to moms and dads today, being a mom, best job in the world. Thanks for watching.